Welcome, beautiful souls. This message is for the collective and every zodiac sign arriving exactly when your soul is ready to receive it. You have been guided here for a reason. Beneath the watchful gaze of the ancient goddess and the sacred rhythm of earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, the cards awaken to reveal timeless wisdom. Take a deep breath, open your heart, and allow the magic to unfold. Blessed be.
Hello, beautiful souls. Let's see what our journal card says our topic is today. The topic today is what is working well in your life? What is working well in your life? Oh, that's a refreshing change. Surely everything that we do isn't obstacles and challenges. Surely we have things that go well. Let's see what's going well in your life. Let us pull from the middle of the deck. We have the Emperor, lots of power. The Emperor. From a little bit on the top of the deck, we have Power card of Wands, the Nine of Wands. From close to the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant, also known as Faith or the Pope. Another major arcana card, the Tower. We have the Ace of Cups. The Seven of Wands. And our final card, we have the Five of Swords. Let's take a look at the cards that we have pulled, see what they have to say, give the others a rest. And remember, what we're looking at and what we're looking to answer is what is working well in your life. We start with the Emperor, Faith, and Tower. We have 3 out of 7 cups being major arcana cups. We have cups, 2 wands, swords, and we have no coins. So we have cups, which is water. We have fire, and we have air, but we have no coins, no material worldly items. So let's see what these cards say to the question we have drawn in today's journal entry. Welcome, beautiful souls. Before we begin, take a slow, deep breath. Allow yourself to arrive in this moment. Whether Spirit guided you here today or you stumbled upon this reading by chance, know there are no accidents. If this message resonates with your heart, then it is meant for you. If it doesn't, simply leave it with love for someone else. Today we are asking Spirit one beautiful question. What is working well in your life? Again, what is working well in your life? Sometimes we become so focused on what still needs healing or fixing or changing that we forget to celebrate the blessings already unfolding around us. Spirit wants to remind you of your strengths, your victories, and the quiet miracles already taking place in your life. Let's go ahead and begin. The Emperor. The first card, the Emperor, immediately Spirit shows me stability. Something inside you has become stronger than it was even a few months ago. You may not always recognize it because growth often happens quietly, but your foundation is becoming solid. The Emperor is someone who has weathered storms and learned from every season. Perhaps you've learned healthier boundaries, or perhaps you've stopped chasing people who don't value your energy. Perhaps you've become more disciplined with your finances, or you could have become more disciplined with your emotions and your spiritual practice, or even just daily routines. Whatever it is working. Spirit wants you to know that your inner authority is growing. You're becoming someone who trusts yourself. Instead of asking everyone else what you should do, you are beginning to ask your own soul. That is a tremendous victory. The Emperor reminds us that true power isn't loud. True power is calm. It doesn't need approval. It simply knows. If you've been questioning yourself lately, Spirit tells you this. Look how far you've come. Look how far you've already come. The next card, the Nine of Wands. Now we have the Nine of Wands. This tells me you have incredible resilience. You've been through challenges. Some of you have survived heartbreak. Others have survived illness. Some have survived financial worries and family conflicts. Or how about just plain old emotional exhaustion? Yet, here you are, still standing. The Nine of Wands isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Spirit says one of the greatest things working in your life right now is your refusal to give up. Even on those days when you felt weak, your soul kept moving. Sometimes healing looks dramatic. Sometimes healing simply looks like getting out of bed one more day. And Spirit celebrates every single step. You may feel tired, but tired does not mean defeated. You are far stronger than you realize. Next we have Faith card, also known as the Hierophant. This is our third card, and it is a beautiful card. Spirit says wisdom is entering your life. Some of you are learning through books, some through prayer, some through mediation and meditation, some through your own life experiences. The Hierophant often appears when your spiritual foundation becomes stronger. You may suddenly find yourself understanding lessons that once confused you. Patterns become obvious. Red flags become easier to recognize. Your intuition becomes clearer. You are no longer merely relying and learning from information. You are learning from transformation. This card also reminds us that spiritual support surrounds you. Your ancestors, your angels, your guides, they have been quietly walking beside you. Every prayer you whispered, every candle you've lit, every intention you've spoken has been heard. Faith is becoming one of your greatest strengths. Now the Tower. Here is the surprise. The Tower, many people fear this card. But remember today's question. What is working well? The Tower tells us something incredible. The things that were never meant to remain are finally leaving. That is actually a blessing. Sometimes Spirit removes what we would never willingly release ourselves. Things like old fears, old identities, limiting beliefs, relationships that kept us small, jobs that drained our spirit. The Tower creates room for authenticity. Yes, this change can feel uncomfortable, but what is working is that your life is becoming more honest. You're no longer pretending. You're no longer forcing doors open. You're allowing divine timing to rearrange what no longer supports your highest good. That isn't chaos, that's liberation. The Ace of Cups. The Spirit follows the Tower with one of the most beautiful cards in the deck, the Ace of Cups. This tells me your heart is healing. Love is returning. Not necessarily from another person, although that is certainly possible. Spirit first speaks of self-love, self-compassion, self-forgiveness, peace. Your emotional cup is beginning to refill after a long season of giving everything away. Some of you are rediscovering joy. Others are discovering creativity. Some are reconnecting with Spirit in a way that feels deeply personal. The Ace of Cups says blessings are flowing towards you because your heart is becoming open again, not naive, not unprotected, but open. There's a difference. When your heart opens wisely, miracles enter naturally. The Seven of Wands. Now we receive the Seven of Wands. This card tells me something very important is already working. You are defending your peace. Maybe not perfectly, but much better than before. You're learning that no, N-O, is a complete sentence. You're recognizing where your energy belongs. You're protecting your dreams instead of explaining them to people who don't understand. Spirit applauds every healthy boundary you've created, every difficult conversation, every toxic situation you walked away from, every moment you've chose peace over drama. Now that is spiritual growth. Not everyone will understand your boundaries. They aren't supposed to. Your soul understands, and that's enough. Finally, we end with the Five of Swords. Again, this may be surprising. It may seem surprising, but remember the question. What is working well in your life? Spirit isn't saying conflict is working. Spirit is saying you've become wiser about conflict. You're beginning to recognize which battles deserve your energy and which ones never did. Some victories cost too much. Some arguments don't deserve your peace. Some people simply want reactions. Spirit says one of your greatest blessings right now is discernment. You're becoming selective. You're protecting your energy. You're walking away from situations that once would have consumed you crazily. That isn't weakness, that's wisdom. The Five of Swords tells us maturity often looks like silence. Sometimes the strongest person is the one who chooses peace instead of proving they're right. Spirit's overall message, when I look at this spread together, I don't see someone who has an easy life by all means. I see someone becoming incredibly powerful. The Emperor shows your strength. The Nine of Wands shows your endurance. The Hierophant, or the Faith card, shows your spiritual wisdom. The Tower clears away illusions. The Ace of Cups opens your heart. The Seven of Wands protects your peace. And finally, the Five of Swords teaches you discernment or selective agreements. Everything working well in your life centers around one truth. You are becoming the person your soul always intended you to be. Even if your outer world still looks uncertain, your inner world is transforming. And once the inner foundation changes, the outer world eventually follows. Spirit wants you to celebrate yourself today. And what I have Wisdom of the Oracle cards, and I want to close our reading up with some wisdom from the Oracle. And one of the cards we have today is clean it up. That's what you've been doing as you've been going every single day. You've been tired, you've done it, you've cleaned up some of those boundaries that you wanted to set for so many times. We have building blocks. You've been building slowly but surely. You've been building on your experience and your strengths, your personal values. And finally, the wisdom of the Oracle says, round and round, we have the wheel of fortune, round and round things go, but that has changed, the cycle of change. And right now, the changes that you're experiencing are absolutely wonderful. They are working well in your life. Keep on doing what you're doing, and you'll keep getting what you're getting, only better. Bye now, and thank you, beautiful souls. Hi, thank you for stopping by my channel. I really appreciate it. I enjoyed reading for you, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If so, would you please press the like button, the subscribe button, and that little bell icon so you never miss a little reading from me. Because one thing's for sure, I don't want to miss you. So go ahead, press those buttons, and thank you for stopping at my channel.